The Monetary Authority of Singapore, MAS, has addressed concerns about the potential conflict of interest in the recent appointment of Morgan Stanley as the financial advisor for the sale of a majority stake in income insurance to Allianz. This assurance came from Mr. Chee Hong Tat, the Second Minister for Finance and Deputy Chairman of MAS, in response to parliamentary questions. He stated that MAS has thoroughly reviewed the processes involved and is satisfied that there is no conflict of interest in this significant financial transaction. Income Insurance, a prominent insurance provider in Singapore, announced on July 17 that Morgan Stanley had been appointed as the exclusive financial advisor for the proposed sale of 51% of Income shares to Allianz Europe for approximately $1.6 billion. This offer includes 40 Singapore dollars and 58 cents per share, translating to a transaction value of 2.2 billion Singapore dollars, $1.64 billion, for the majority stake. NTUC Enterprise, the current majority stakeholder with a 72.8% holding in Income, will retain a substantial share if the sale proceeds but will no longer be the majority shareholder. This proposed sale has triggered a wave of public concern and raised serious questions about corporate governance, particularly about the potential conflict of interest due to Mr. Ronald Ong's dual roles as chairman of Income Insurance and a senior executive at Morgan Stanley. Morgan Stanley's role in the transaction was scrutinized because Mr. Ong, who has been with Morgan Stanley for over 20 years and currently serves as its chairman and CEO for Southeast Asia, also holds key positions in income insurance. His dual roles have sparked questions about the integrity of the decision-making process, especially regarding the appointment of Morgan Stanley as the financial advisor. Mr. Ong was co-opted to the board of NTUC Income Insurance Cooperative Limited in August 2018 and later elected as a non-independent non-executive director in May 2019. Since August 1, 2022, he has served as chairman of the board and board executive committee of Income Insurance Limited, and he is also a board member of NTUC Enterprise Cooperative Limited, which owns a majority stake in Income Insurance. Concerns about potential conflicts of interest have been voiced by experts in corporate governance. Professor Mak Yuan Teen, a former vice dean of the NUS Business School, expressed his surprise on social media, questioning the appointment of Morgan Stanley as the financial advisor given Mr. Ong's involvement. He highlighted that MAS corporate governance guidelines for financial institutions require directors to recuse themselves if they have a conflict of interest. Retired banker Chris Kwan also raised his concerns, pointing out the complexity of the situation. He noted that Income's deputy chairman is also the CEO of NTUC Enterprise, the majority owner of Income Insurance. This dual involvement has led to fears that NTUC Enterprise's interests may not align with those of Income Insurance, and the situation has been deemed a clear conflict of interest by some observers. Mr. Chee addressed these concerns in Parliament, emphasizing that MAS has confidence in the processes put in place by Income's board to mitigate any conflicts of interest. He assured that the decision to proceed with the deal was made by a board that includes a majority of independent directors, with Mr. Ong recusing himself from the relevant decisions. This situation raises important questions about corporate governance and transparency in Singapore's financial sector. How do you think such conflicts of interest should be handled to maintain public trust? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth news coverage.